Baby and the daughter of the earth journeyed north, beyond rivers and forests, into the wild plains where Malka lived among sand hills and wind-carved silence. The air smelled of date palms, camel milk, and dry earth waiting patiently for rain. Here, the sky stretched endlessly, and women read its moods the way others read books. Malka's compound was already alive when they arrived. Women filled the space, expectant mothers resting on woven mats, Harper apprentices pounding share and clothes in heavy mortars, young girls carrying water and learning without being told they were learning. Laughter rose and fell like birdsong. Knowledge moved freely passed hand to hand. When Maka saw them, she lifted her arms. Ah, she called, her voice bright with joy. The river woman returns, and she brings the child of the earth. Come, the village has been waiting. A baby knocks on the door of life tonight. By evening, the bursting hut glowed with oil lamps. Their light danced over walls edged with protective markings. Fires, eyes, and pathways meant to guide wandering spirits away from the mother's body. The air was thick with warmth, heated water, wood smoked and crushed away her cocoa. At the center lay the laboring woman, her breath deep and trembling. Around her, the midwives formed a circle. A baby, Maka, and two elder women whose hands bore the memory of countless births. Their voices rose together, low and steady, shaping the air. When the child arrives, let it know the world, let it know its head, let it know its story. Outside, a drum sounded, slow, patient, guiding the rhythm of breath and push. Inside, Maka pressed warm oil along the woman's spine, whispering reassurance to the child still trapped between walls. Abebi scattered powdered atari onto glowing coals. Fragrant smoke rose, curling like prayer. The spirit of the doorway must open, Abebi said softly. Every breath is a crossing. When the woman cried out, the midwives answered. When the woman cried out, the midwives answered, not to silence her pain but to hold it. Their voices wrapped around her suffering, shaping it into something survivable, something shared. Omo awaye, the child is coming. Hours later, when the cry finally broke through the hut, it felt as though the entire village exhaled. Abebi caught the newborn in a cloth dyed red with earth pigment. She cut the cord with a blade carved from moonstone and lifted the child into the firelight. Look, she said to the daughter of the earth, life itself is a bridge. We are only the hands that help souls cross. Marka bathed the baby in warm shea butter, infused with ugu leaves. Her touch, gentle and deliberate. This is not merely cleansing, she said. It is remembrance. The herbs speak to the body and say, you are safe, you are whole, you are home. The women sang as they walked, songs of lineage and survival, of seasons endured and futures imagined. The daughter of the earth began to hum along, her voice uncertain at first, then steadier as it found its place within the collective rhythm. When the song ended, Abebi placed the newborn in her arms. Now you understand, she said quietly. Healing begins here, in the hands that catch life. Outside, the moon hung low and watchful. The women gathered for the ritual of the first cry, forming a circle beneath the open sky. Malka held a calabash of water and dropped a single cola into it. Water remembers, she said. Every woman who births the world again. Abebi dipped her fingers into the calabash and touched the baby's forehead. May your feet never forget the path home. Each woman spoke a blessing, some for wisdom, some for courage, some for laughter and long life. The daughter hesitated and whispered, may you always remember the songs that called you here. Martha smiled. The earth heard you. That was a midwife's prayer. Later, when the village slept, the three sat by the fire. Sparks leapt upward, carrying their shadows into the night. The songs we sing, Maka said, feeding a raising into the flames, and not tradition alone. They are instructions. Each note teaches the body when to breathe, when to push, when to rest. Abebi nodded, and when strangers came with their white coats, they called our songs superstitions. What they did not know is that the rhythm itself is medicine. The daughter watched the smoke rise, shaping itself briefly into dancing figures before dissolving. Will the song survive? She asked. Marcus smiled. As long as women hum while they walk, yes, the songs live in breath. Later still, the daughter of the earth stood alone upon a high ridge, looking out across the northern plains. The wind moved through the air. Below her, the village slept, quiet, held, whole. From the hands of midwives flows the rhythm of generations. Each birth was a story, each cry a prayer answered. And though time would one day wrap a white coat around the act of birthing, the memory of these women, their chants, their herbs, their courage would endure, living in the heartbeat of every child who brought to light.